Hi there, Dr. Gary on the road. We are dental practice brokers nationwide. So, today's topic is seamless transition of a dental practice. The most seamless transition we've ever had in 13 years. And we're going to go over the characteristics of that. It took the longest, but it was the most seamless. So let's do a case study on that. Anyway, we're now doing the dental practice brokerage for 13 years. I was a dentist for 25 years. We have 10 employees, including 2 CPA accountants. You can reach us from 8 a.m. on the East Coast time to 9:30 p.m. or 9 o'clock p.m. We're always available. Our phone number is 201-663-0935. And our website is dentalpracticeguide.com or nationwidedentalpracticebrokers.com. So call us. We'll be happy to help you. And we've been doing this for a long time, so we have a lot of knowledge to share with you. Even if you just need some advice, free advice, give us a call. Also, the information you're about to hear is all for entertainment purposes. It's not legal or business advice. It's our opinion only. If you're thinking about selling to one of the large DSOs, please give us a call because we do this all the time. We believe we know who the best DSOs are because we go to contract and we're in negotiations with them. We see what they're doing. We know what they're about. Whether it's pre and post closing, we just see how they function, how they treat the doctor, what the documents are like. Do they stand behind what they say they're going to do? We check all this out, and we're just in the middle of it, so we know what's breaking fast. We don't have a strategic partner. We change DSOs all the time, so we'll be there to help you. All right, just give us a call. Now, they'll often pay our commission, and sometimes when you work with us, I'll get your legal fees reimbursed at closing based on certain criteria. So please call us. So what is today's topic? So we just finished. It took almost 3 years to sell this guy's practice. It was a very small practice, grossing like $225, and it was a seasonal practice. It would close up in the wintertime. Just about. I think he had an associate in there once or twice a month in the deep winter months. November, December, January, February, March. That's it. But the town would close up. It was a seashore type town. It would close up. In the cold weather, nobody would be there. So the practice is still somewhat alive in that weather, but only marginally. He made all his money in about 90 days throughout the year that they would work. All the money would come in within 90 days, vast majority of it. And for him, it worked out very well. It's really a part-time practice and seasonal. It was really warm weather and out of there. So it took 3 years to sell. Well, because nobody wanted to be there. Everybody wanted a year-round practice, and it wasn't. They wanted a higher gross, and it wasn't. But he was working 90 days. That's it. A whole year, 90 days, and making like $225,000. It's not too bad. So it just worked out real well for him and his staff. And the doctor walked in. Now, I showed the practice a couple other times, and nobody wanted it. They didn't want to buy it. They were afraid because the gross was like in the 200s, and it was seasonal. All of a sudden, somebody came in about 25 days ago, less than a month, and we closed the deal in 20 days. He didn't have a bank. It made it easier because it was a low cost. It was only grossing like $230, and just had to deal with the landlord, no bank, and the buyer. The minute the buyer walked in, called me the next day, said, "Let's get this thing done. I'm not using a bank. I'll go directly to the landlord." We generally don't recommend that. Rather, the attorneys go to the landlord. But he went to the landlord, negotiated the rent. I got a dental attorney for the buyer, dental attorney for the seller, who have worked together before. It made things a lot easier. And I think this closed within 20 days. Fastest we've ever done one. But it was on the market longer than anything else. So sometimes you have to wait, but other times it just happens. Now, if he had given up after 2 years and we had given up, obviously we do some huge practice sales. But I don't think it's fair to walk away from small practices. They need a break too. So we did it. And it was so seamless. It was so easy. Great attorneys, no bank. Landlord was compliant. 20 days, start to finish, the deal was done. And that can be done on yours too. Maybe a little more complicated. Although I have a practice right now, landlord nightmare, it's 2.5 months. Landlord will not recognize the lease assignment, which says you can't unreasonably withhold the transfer of the lease to another tenant. Well, he's doing that. He doesn't care. He says, "No, I don't freaking care. I don't care about the lease assignment clause in there. I'm not paying attention to it." Well, obviously you can't do that, but you have to take him to court. Spend court money, time, and who knows what would happen after that. So landlords can be a headache. There was no headache with this. There was no bank issues. 20 days start to finish. Our quickest transition ever, but our longest time to sell. 3 years to sell, 20 days to go to closing. But we did it, and it feels great. Everybody's happy. So we hope we can do the same for you. We'll have more stories like this shortly. Stay tuned to the YouTube channel and hit the subscribe button so you know what's going on. But we're here to help you and take it to the next level. It is Saturday morning. It is about, I think it was 0 this morning. The temperature went up in New Jersey. It's 10 degrees. Whoa, heat wave going on here. I'm going swimming now, and it's going to be 86 degrees inside that building. And the water temperature is 84. So I'm excited. All right, team, we'll see you now. Bye now.